Hey guys, this is for the people who feel like they're falling behind in life. It's crazy that I'm doing this because I've never done this before. So falling behind in life, everyone experiences this. It's a very big topic. God has a plan and a purpose for you in life, and everyone has their own troubles, trials, and tribulations that they go through to prepare for what's to come in the future. In fact, you should be blessed and grateful and thankful for the things you're going through in life, because without it you would not be this far. You would not have this character development. You would have not developed spiritual maturity, or if you haven't developed it yet, now's the time to grow. Or emotional intelligence, or growth in your fitness journey, growth in your diet journey. I don't know, it could be anything through your career. People move at their own pace. People could go faster, some people could go slower. But the point here is we're all different. We all are very unique, and we should never compare ourselves to anyone, to anybody. And what I like to tell my friends when they're struggling in life, when they do feel like they're falling behind, I always remind them and tell them, never compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 50. Great example. You could be comparing yourself to someone who's been working out for 5 to 10 years, and you've only started working out this year. Why are you comparing yourself to someone who has been doing it for a longer period of time than you? And you wonder why you don't have that physique yet. It's because you've only just started. You're only in the first chapter of your book, of your story. And that is the biggest thing that people need to remember, is to never compare yourself to someone else. It really makes you feel discouraged when you do. But with a growth mindset, when you do compare yourself to someone, but you see them in a way like, I will be like that one day. I will get that career one day just like them. If you have that mindset, that's okay. But if you're comparing yourself and you're feeling bad about yourself after comparing yourself to that person or thing, it is not healthy for you, and you need to cut it out, okay? And the key is, when you are struggling in life, when you are worrying, just run to Jesus, because he is the answer all the time. And we tend to forget that at times because we are so concentrated on what is going on in our mind and what we're thinking. And, overthinking is one of the worst things ever. And I have learned to overcome overthinking. I used to overthink all the time. And I used to care what people think about me. And if I compare myself to how I was back then, you guys would see how insecure, how immature I was. It was crazy. Over time, after going through these experiences in life, I have developed this new version of me, and I will continue developing as I continue with my endurance and discipline in life. And that is the key in life as well. You need discipline and you need endurance. Without it, you're not going to get anywhere in life. You're going to be stuck in your comfort zone. You need to get out of that comfort zone and you need to push. For example, this other time, not that long ago, a few days ago, I haven't ran for more than a month or so. I didn't feel like running. I was on my period. That day, I had terrible period cramps, but I still ran anyway. And guess what? I had a massive improvement and achievement, and I'm so glad I went through that pain of running that long distance, because without it, I wouldn't have the growth in my fitness journey. And not just my fitness journey, it has helped me grow in my mindset as well. Because when you work out and when you're exercising, it is always about the mindset, because a lot of the times your mind gives up before your body. You're actually more than capable. In fact, you are more than capable, and I see potential in everyone. I see potential in you. You may not see it, but I see it. But all it takes is just that one step. Just that one step. It could be that one step of switching your alarm clock to an hour earlier than you usually wake up and being more productive during that day. There are times where I know that people tend to forget that Jesus is trying to speak to us. It is so easy, so much easier to talk to God than to hear Him. There are times where the devil will make it look like we don't have time for Jesus. We don't have time to hear Him. Or we're so caught up in what we're thinking in our mind. We're so concentrated on what we're thinking, we forget that Jesus is right there. And the best ways He can communicate with you is through dreams, is through visions, is through things you see in public, like anything you may come across. It could be a quote, a sign that you may see, someone's plate number. And what I mean by this is that you could be having a rough day, and then all of a sudden you see a sign that says everything will be okay. And Jesus also likes to speak to us through our minds, through what we think. But obviously it's nothing negative. If it's negative, it's from the enemy, never from God. That's exactly how Jesus likes to speak to me. He likes to speak to me through my thoughts and through my dreams. A few months ago, I wasn't right with my relationship with Jesus. Like, I was backsliding a lot. I wasn't praying, I wasn't reading my word, and I was wondering why I was feeling so sad, so depressed. It's because I haven't been feeding my spirit, more so I've been feeding my flesh. There are times where I have blamed the devil. I blamed him for the reasons why I'm going through this, through that. But sometimes we need to take accountability of our own actions, because we could be the ones at fault too. We could be the ones being disobedient to God and wondering why our life feels like it's falling apart. And in this season of feeling like you're falling behind in life, it is important to surround yourself around an amazing community of people who also have a relationship with God. Be around your family, to be around your friends, people who will uplift you and encourage you, not bring you down, not drain your energy. Like a church community and a youth group, guys, it's very important. And I'm so sorry for the people out there who feel like they don't have anyone to talk to. The ones who do have friends to talk to, but it feels like they can't speak to them because you're the type of person who is not open to talk about your problems with your friends, right? You don't want to put that burden on them. I feel you, because that's me. And you tend to isolate a lot, right? Because that is me. I like to cope through isolation, and it is really bad, and I'm still trying to learn to get out of it. There are times where I'm struggling and I ghost my friends. Yeah. My friends that care about me and that I actually hang out with and that I love and adore, and I ghost them. It's really bad. But I am learning to stop that. But it's also very important to remember that Jesus will never leave you or forsake you. He is always right there, wherever you go, 24/7, when you sleep, when you wake up, everything. On the bus, when you're driving, everywhere. Because what they like to say, you gotta pick up your cross and deny your flesh daily. Feed your spirit, not your flesh. When your flesh is weak, you will backslide. And that's the reality, okay? And you don't want to go down that path of backsliding, because it is hard to get back up again. It is very, very hard. I've seen it happen way too many times in my own life. I backslided too much, and I wonder why. I wonder why I feel so trash. So there is no need to rush. Your life is not a race. It is not a competition. And when you catch yourself trying to compete with people, you need to cut that out, okay? Or even just seeing people trying to compete with you. They're trying to be competitive in so many ways. You need to set boundaries, okay? Either set boundaries or cut them out of your life. Because it is not a competition. It's never a competition. It's always you against yourself. You're only competing against yourself only. You're trying to get better each and every day. From the person you were yesterday, all you're trying to do is become a better version the next day. And you keep going. You don't need to have life figured out. Take your time, take it easy. There's no need to rush. You've got this. It will take time, it will take discipline, it will take courage, but hard work always pays off. Okay? You got this, guys. You got this! Okay, bye for now.